So, look at this rock I found, man. Come on. This rock has a full head of hair. It's like, dun 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 dun. This is a Joe Dirt Rock. He's like, hey, bro, what up, bro? He's like, it's the Cowboys from Hell. Anyways, there you go. Went to the beach this morning with Hawk Baby and Hawk Woman. Now, walking back. Hawk Dog, don't forget Hawk Dog. And grab my Thanagarian sandals here. You got them? Come on. Come on, this way.
Look, let me hold you.
Let's go. Yes. To the Hawk's Nest. Come on now. Get it. Let's go now. Hip two, hip two, hip two. You can do it. Come on now. Let's go now. Yeah, mule, yeah. Get it now. Yep, yeah. Get up there now. Yeah, get up there now. Back at the Cape. I bought Hawk Woman all of Cape Cod just for a week. And you know, everyone's following the rules. Just us. So, you know, I own Cape Cod for a week. And I was going to get beachfront in Nantucket, but I know a guy in Nantucket. And I didn't want to go back there. There once was this guy from Nantucket. His nostril hair was so long, he had to pluck it. And he's gross. He's gross. And I've been reading some comics already, man. I read the Fantastic Four and Superman. It's a big treasury, and what a gem! What a gem! Dan Jurgens wrote it, and he did a lot of art in it. And let's see, I read some Batman. Good stuff, dude. Tell you what. So that's it, man. Soaking up little Cape Cod. That's what I'm talking about. Hey guys, Higgy Pop here. Back home in Connecticut, and I'm headed into the Hawks Nest. But check it out. Look at this. Nice piece of wall art. This is all the framed Superman and Action Comics covers. That's a classic. Ooh, look at that. Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. That's great. My Aunt Penny got this for me. All right. She said she got it at Goodwill. She wrestled some old lady to the ground for it, you know. But I'm glad she got it for me. She's the best. It runs in the blood, this Goodwill shopping stuff. This is where I get all my stuff. This is where I get all my Richie Zambora hat. I'm a cowboy. And anyways, I'm glad to be home. Me and Hawk Dog are back. And oh my God, I almost forgot. Hey guys, we're in the Hawk's Nest. Oh, before I left to go to the old Cape Cod there, I built this. Look at this thing. This is, hold on, let me just, this is a magazine rack. Check it out, man. I built a magazine rack for treasuries, okay? And I went to work and I got a bunch of angle iron, right? And so these are I just threw these on there to make sure they fit and everything. This is a nice little rack, okay? Awesome, brah. Come on, brah. I'm like Bob Vila, brah. I got nowhere to put it. I just leaned it against the wall. But, yeah, a little treasury rack. And there you go, man. Back in the Hawk's Nest. And I'm going to read you a treasury right now. All right, guys? This is Superman Fantastic Four. Okay? Look at this bugger. It is a treasury. That is this is Alex Ross on the cover. Dan Jurgens wrote this. Good old Dan Jurgens. Yeah, so anyways, it's good to be back home. Let me turn this light off here. Whew, I'm whooped. I mean, I don't know how my parents did it. Going away on vacation with all us kids. I mean this is I get it now how my dad operated. You know, he didn't pay attention to any of us. I mean, if you pay attention to one kid, that means you're gonna pay attention to all the rest of them. So he's just like, get out of here, get away from me. You know, I get it, man. I think that's why when I was in high school, I was trying to look for attention. I got into trouble when I was in high school a lot of times. I remember this one time, me and my friends, we broke into an elementary school. That went over well because the cops caught us. They caught this one kid, Dave. He was with us, and we saw the cop pulling into the parking lot. It was nighttime. We see his cop car pulling in, so we start running. We're like, woo! We run, and we run, jump over a chain link fence, and we start running up this hill. This kid, Dave, he was no stranger to the knife and fork. He was a big boy. He couldn't get over the fence. There's the cop, drags him down, and then the kid started squealing. He's like, it was Jimmy Higgins. It was this guy. It was it. Anyways, cops got us. My mom picked me up at the police station, brought me home. My dad did not react well. He passed me through the wall, and I ended up in my room. After he used me for a speed bag, he's like... So, when I came to, it was time to go to school the next day. Yes, indeed. Anyways, Hawk Baby had me on the ropes, man. I couldn't take it. It's like, I even had a dream the other night. I had a dream. I was like surrounded by babies, and I was holding Hawk Baby, and she needed a diaper because I had poopy on my arm, and I was yelling to Hawk Woman. I was like, "Get me a diaper! Where are you?" And no one would help me. I was like, I was surrounded by kids. I was like the movie Raising Arizona. I was like, my God! I woke up in a cold sweat, and yeah, man. So I drove up there with Hawk Dog by myself. Hawk Woman didn't even want to ride with me, It's for the best. I get to listen to all my music. Asia, great song. Almost died in your arms. I mean, all sorts of 80s music, I said, Hawk Woman, let's go up together, I said, I wanted to listen to the old Whitesnake album. She goes, you could go by yourself. I'm not listening to Whitesnake. I was like, well, here I go again on my own. When I was, back in the day, I was in a cover band. We covered all 80s music. We're called Duvet. Cover band, you get it? Yeah, man. Fun stuff. Those were the days. Yeah, man. So I'm back home in my home turf. I already went to the gas station. Nothing's changed. One thing changed. I saw one new guy. Total sling blade, this guy. I get in line, and he goes with me. He goes, he doesn't say hi or nothing. He goes, go ahead of me. I'm getting numbers. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay. He's getting lottery numbers. So I was like, thank you, sir. Mm-hmm. Go ahead of me. I'm getting numbers. Mm-hmm. I was like, all right, man. Damn near split his head in two. Anyways, let's get going. I read this book when I was at the Cape, hanging off my hip. Let's get right into it. Superman Fantastic Four. All right. Dan Jurgens, I very much appreciated him, all the work he did for DC. I mean, he does great artwork. He's a great writer. He's a writer and artist. And his art, you could just tell exactly what's going on. I appreciate his art. Very nice artwork. And it says the finished art is by Art Thibbert. So here we go. This is a smoldering planet, and that is Galactus's sphere. All right. So Galactus, there he is, old dome head, and he's checking out this. He sees Krypton back in the day when it just exploded. All right. Jor-El sends Super baby, out into the space. Pew! And Galactus is watching all this back in the day. He's like, on that ship is a special baby, and I'm gonna need him in the future. Note to self, right? So then he makes a little tracking device, and it sends it after Super Baby. All right, and then here we go. Super Baby is flying, headed to Earth, and then Galactus's probe stops and launches out a little green cosmic power little thing that launches in towards Earth. All right, but on a satellite, here is an unknown figure. Who is it? Who can it be? Who can it be now? I'll tell you who it is. It's Cyborg Superman. Present day, Metropolis. Hey! And then there's already something going on. A bomb in Metropolis. That's what bombs look like. Oh my god. I mean, who snuck a bomb like that into the streets? Anyways, it's a big bomb. There's the bomb squad. And these guys are like, oh my god, what do we do? Yeah, I gotta cut the wire. Red wire or blue wire? I don't know. I fell asleep during class. I don't remember. I don't know. And this guy is over here. He goes, I don't know. Just wait around until Superman gets here. Then all of a sudden, ba-ba-ba-da-ba, there's no need to fear. Superman is here. And here he is. Shoo! Flies down. And they're like, oh, thank God. And they're like, she's like, it's a nuclear bomb. It's nuclear. Right? He's like, I noticed that. And he goes, I just melted the detonation device. All right, we're all set in here. Tick, 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 tick. Oh, no, there's a remote device. I see where it's coming from over there. Right? Here we go. Superman's off. He's like, shoo. And then he sees these guys. They're like, pew, pew, pew. They're blasting him. He's like, yeah, dag, nabbit, get away from me. And then all of a sudden, here comes that green probe from Galactus, and he sees it. He's like, oh my god, what is it? And then all of a sudden, boom, he gets a vision, right? It's showing him. That's good old Jor-El going, son, yes, back in the day, our planet exploded. He's like, yeah, I know all about it. He goes, no. What you don't know is there was this guy, Galactus. He eats planets, and he destroyed our planet. He ate it. It's him, Galactus. And Superman's like, oh man, I need to find out what it is. And he's like, yes, go find Galactus and get revenge, right? And then he shows him all this stuff. Galactus did it. And he's like, aha, I gotta find Galactus. So he's out of there. And then, now Superman's like, I noticed there was the power cosmic on that. And I know only one person that deals with the power cosmic, and that is Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four. He's like, and like, how does he know that? We don't ask questions. He goes, I know how to find them. It's in a different universe. We don't ask questions. He heads down to this pier. Then all of a sudden, here we are at the Baxter Building. There's little Franklin. He's playing with his little Marvel dolls. He's like, yeah. He's like, Superman's my favorite, and Superman is just a cartoon in our universe, but yeah, and I wish I could meet him because he's the best. Ba, ba, ba. Yeah, then all of a sudden, bing bong. And then he goes into Reed Richards' laboratory, and there's the thing. He's like, oh man, your father, he's killing me. I've been power squatting this thing all day. Oh man. And then there's Reed. He's like, yeah. I got a who's what's it's I've been making all day. And there's the flaming Human Torch. He's like, la da da da. And then there's the Invisible Girl. And this Franklin's like, this is my Superman doll. I love him. Beep beep beep. Then all of a sudden, bing bong. Oh, someone's at the door. It's Superman. And everyone's like, oh yeah, you're from a different universe, but here you are. Don't ask questions. We don't ask questions. They don't explain it. But anyways, Superman's like, hey, here you go. This thing came launching in here, and it told me about this guy Galactus. He's like, yes, very, very strange, yes. So then, all of a sudden, it starts going wonky. It's going wonky, and then all the defense mechanism for the Baxter Building starts going crazy. It crushes the thing. He's like, ah! And then all of a sudden, pew, 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 pew. Then all of a sudden, the laser goes off, and Franklin goes, that laser could cut through adamantium, but it just bounced off Superman. Superman's like, ouch! And then the Human Torch is trying to protect everyone. Superman's like, and then all crap is blowing loose, and then the thing is like, it's a good time for me to destroy a laboratory. And then everything settles down until Superman gets blasted, and the Human Torch is like, what the heck? And then Reed is like, oh my god. And then all of a sudden, beast boost, Cyborg Superman forms into Cyborg Superman, and everyone's like, who the heck is this guy, right? And then Chapter 2, The Power Cosmic. And the Human Torch is like, oh my god! And then here's Superman blasted away by Galactus. You will become my new herald. And then Cyborg Superman is like, no, I want to be your new herald. Take me. And then Superman's like, and then another blast. And then Superman's like, Master. And then Reed is like, oh my god, Superman, don't fall for it, snap out of it. And then Reed Richards wraps around Superman. He's like, I got you, buddy, I got you. And then all of a sudden, Galactus blasts them both out of there. Pew! They're teleported out of there. All right? And then there's Cyborg Superman, Invisible Woman, put him in a little force field. And then she's like, you big dummy, who are you? And then everyone's like, yeah, you're a fool. We're going to kill you. We're going to beat you up. Give you a wedgie. He's like, you better not. I've been tracking Galactus and Superman, and I'm the only one that knows where they are, right? So they're like, yeah, I guess we gotta be teammates, see? Yeah, but when you get done, I'm gonna melt you, you see? I'm gonna melt you. And then all of a sudden, they're like, yeah, we're gonna melt you, yeah, but we gotta team up, okay? Yeah, okay, we'll team up. And then, there we go, we got Superman, under the power of the cosmic, and Reed Richards, they're on the sphere, and Reed Richards is like, Superman, snap out of it! You can't do this, please. And Superman goes, Reed's like, you gotta fight it. I cannot fight it. Then all of a sudden, Galactus is like, don't bother, Richards. This being is mine now. He's my new herald. And then he's like, yes, I am your new herald. I do as you say. And he's like, no, Superman, please, don't stop, blah, blah. Is there gotta be someone you love? And he goes, yes, Lois. Yes, who's this Lois? You mustn't. Then all of a sudden, Galactus is like, he is finalized. And that's it. Forget about it. He's like, I do as you say. And then all of a sudden, Reed's like, no. So then he throws Reed into a cell on the ship, and Superman's out. He's looking for planets. And he's like, yes, ha, 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 ha. Reed's like, no. So then there's little Franklin. He's like, oh, Superman, you're lost. You got taken away. Oh, yeah, my dad's gone too. Whatever. And then all of a sudden, they're like, okay, what's our plan? They're like, we got to make a ship. All right, we're going to make a ship. I know where to find them. Yeah, you better know where to find them. Okay, I'm telling you, I know where to find them. And this is my origin story, Cyborg Superman's origin story. He was on a space shuttle with his crew. Everyone got radiated and melted to death, but he stayed alive. His consciousness stayed alive in like a quantum computer form, and he's able to make, a form for himself through computerized equipment, and he hates mankind. He wants to nuke it all. And they're like, great story. So Franklin's like, here, Mommy, take the Superman doll on your trip. She's like, okay, now we're going to go. Take care of yourself now. By yourself. All by yourself. We're going to go for a while. Okay, Mommy. And they're gone. They're gone. And then here's Superman looking for planets. La-da-da-dee. Who wants to die? So anyone raise your hand if you want to die. And he's like, this doesn't feel right. So then he goes back to Galactus like, what'd you find me? He's like, I found a planet, but I don't really like doing this. Shut up and just show me where it is. Okay, you sure you want to do this? I like people. I think I like people. Shut up. Let's eat it. So then they're like, okay, Fantastic Four is like, all right, found out where they are. Let's go. Like, let's get at it, boys. And Galactus is about to eat the planet that Superman got him. And he's chomping. Then the Fantastic Four attacks. They're like, get him. And then there's Cyborg Superman's going, hey, Galactus, psst, 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 take me. I want to be your herald. And then the thing punches him in the heel. That didn't work out too well. And Reed can't get out still. He's like, dag nabbit. And then, everyone's trying. Superman's womping and stomping. He grabs the Human Torch by the ankle and chucks him. And then everyone's like, this is not going well. And Galactus eats the planet. And Invisible Girl goes, this is not working out. Regroup, retreat, and we're going to start again when they attack another planet. And they're like, what? She's like, let's do it. And then Galactus is like, Superman, that planet didn't have any living beings on it. I mean, it's like an appetizer. It's like getting an order of wings. I want my prime rib. You better get a better planet. And Superman's like, and he leaves. And then they're like, what do we do? That didn't work out. Okay, we're going to track him down again. And they go to track him down. And Superman's like, I do not like this. And then he looks, and Galactus is like, did you get me anything? And then Reed is still like, please. Oh, man, I wish I could talk to Superman. And then he's like, oh, dag nabbit. And then Galactus is like, go get me a planet. I said, Superman, go get it for me. And then, Chapter 3, Scourge. And they're still looking. And they're like, they get a pinpoint. They're like, all right, he's over here. So they go. And then Thing is like, oh, I also want to beat up Cyborg Superman. And then the Invisible Woman's like, cut it out. She puts a force field up. She's like, men. Right? So then they blast through, wormhole style. And there's Galactus. He's like, yes! And then Superman's like, what happens What happens to all those people down there? Even you, such as you, must have a soul. Do you truly believe yourself above this? And Galactus goes, Galactus does what Galactus must. Survival is the only priority, right? So then they attack. Fantastic Four, they're a whomping. And Superman's like, I don't know what to do. And then all of a sudden, the Thing is like, ah, yeah, rah, 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 rah. And then he's going to sneak up on Superman. And then Superman goes, crack! Slams the Thing. Thing goes flying through Galactus' ship, breaks through the side. And then Superman turns around and blasts Galactus. And Galactus goes, another betrayal. So be it. He blasts Superman. And then Cyborg Superman's like, oh, here's my chance, right? And then the Thing goes flying into the ship. And he frees Reed Richards. And he goes, Ben, all right, okay, now our only chance. So Reed Richards is like MacGyver. He starts making a little crazy weapon, a little MacGuffin. He goes, I know what to do. So Superman's getting attacked, and Human Torch is attacking, Invisible Woman's attacking, everyone's attacking, Womp Banana stomping, and then Cyborg Superman starts doing something stupid. Then Reed's like, oh my God, stop it. Well, yeah, you're being stupid. And then Cyborg Superman blasts Reed. It's like, and then the Thing goes, hey, Cyborg Superman, tap, tap, tap. And he goes, waboom, it's clobbering time. He whomps him. And then Superman comes out and he's like, And then they're like, okay, follow Reed. He knows what to do. He's got a plan. All right. Team, assemble. Look at that spread page. Oh, yeah. So then Galactus is like, ha, you guys are silly. And he blasts everyone. And then he's like, I'm just going to eat this planet. But Reed already has his little secret weapon, right? And then so Galactus is like, la da da da, it's feeding time, la da 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 da. And Reed's like, oh yes, this is the time. Okay, you know what to do, Superman. Superman's like, and then Galactus is like, all right, time to chow down. And he's like, bzzz, bzzz. He's like, skikow. He's like, what's happening to me? And Reed Richards is like, I'll tell you what's happening. He goes, I reversed it. So instead of you eating the planet, everything's eating you. You're losing power. And Superman's like, but if you promise, Galactus, not to eat any more planets that have living beings on it, we will let you go. And another thing, I know that you destroyed my whole planet of Krypton. And he's like, I did no such thing, Superman. I did not. And Superman's like, I've seen it. I was shown it. And then Galactus is like, but I swear, I have no reason to lie. I did not do that. And then all of a sudden, Cyborg Superman's like, ha 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 ha! You fell for my trick, Superman. I made up that whole story. Yeah. And Superman's like, why I oughta? And Cyborg Superman gets away. And then Galactus is like, ha ha! And then he goes, bzzz, ooh! And he turns him into a little piece of metal. And everyone's like, ha ha ha! So all of a sudden, magically, they're back at the Baxter Building. Mama, Papa. And then they're like, oh, yes, wee! And then he's like, here you go, little scamp. Here's your Superman doll. And then Superman's like, and here's my cape. Do my laundry. And he's out. He's like, goodbye. I'm magically going back to my universe. The end. Boom. Guys, there you go, man. Oh, just before I go, look at this little gem I got at Second Alarm Comics. Look at this. Look at this, huh? This is something I always wanted. The first appearance of the Wrecker. Here you go, man. Yeah. And this is, the Wrecker is, what's his name? I used to know his name. The Wrecker is Dirk Garthwaite, all right? He's got an enchanted crowbar. You know what a crowbar is? For Polish people, a crowbar is called a key. A key. That's how they open doors. And there you go, man. So the Wrecker is just a disgruntled contractor. Yeah, pretty much. He's angry. Yeah. Do you know? Oh, you guys know why the sheetrocker got fired? He was plastered. So I was always wanted this. Got this at Second Alarm Charm, and I love it. Good old Jack Kirby on the cover with Vince Coletta. There you go. Let There Be Chaos is the story by Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, and Vince Coletta. And there's a second story. And finally, Black Bolt. That's the origin story of Black Bolt. And I love it, dude. Love it. Got it at a great price. Second Alarm. And January of '68, the Wrecker Wreck the gate, man. Booyah. Guys, read your comics. They make you smart. We are watching Disney cartoons. And I'm watching it with my best pal, Hawk Baby. Hawk Baby. I like bothering.